Howdy, Ayebawl here, and welcome to another episode of Factorio with Arumba's Angel Plus Bod Mod Pack. So we're finally here. We're finally going to be able to deal with this thermal water. So first thing I need to do is barrel it up and put it on a train. So, gonna set up the heavy pumps. Get everything set up so this thermal water can get barreled up, and then I'll need to create a train stop. And since I'm already up here, I will also go ahead and set up mining drills for the starter light that's up there. So I've got a dual train stop on one side of the track, so I'm just going to build another dual train stop on this side of the track. I bring the train stop up high so I don't have to use so much belt. Basically right now I'm working out my spacing. So it's a pretty simple setup. The train will, or the first cargo wagon will carry the actual resource, and the second cargo wagon will haul the empty steel barrels back up here so that they can be refilled again. So this was an interesting setup that I saw Arumba do. He used 2 lines of stack inserters with changing out for them to be set up as long-headed inserters. That setup can quickly empty and fill a cargo wagon. And with the Mark II cargo wagons, with all the extra space they have, they can definitely need the speed of loading and unloading. So with the starlight up here, I use a Mark III mining drills, wide area, and I space them 1 space apart. The whole node is covered. So right now I'm just taking a guess. I'm not quite too sure about the correct spacing, especially when it comes to railroads. You can always be off by 1, it seems like. So I need to move that line over to leave a space between the cargo wagons and provide 1 warehouse per red belt. Add some more tracks so I can place down a train stop and see exactly where the warehouses would need to be. And of course I was 1 space off. That's fine, that's an easy fix. So I'll move the red belts over by 1, add the loaders, and they're good to go. I'm going to have to reposition that train stop. But I don't see the 2 trains really interacting that much. Alright, both train stops are set up and good to go. Oh, I still need to add the inserters back. I didn't have enough materials on me, so I'm gonna have to wait for the robots to resupply me before I can build the other 13 that I need. So the thermal water is going to get a new train stop. It's not going to go all the way to the east side of the base for that depot. I did decide, however, to use Angel silos instead of the warehouse. I really do like the way they look, especially when it comes to the specific type of raw ore. It's not really that big of a deal. They do hold less, but with all the warehouses going through the refining process of the ore, there's plenty of space room. Space room. There's plenty of room for the ores through each tier. So I sent that train on its way, and the other train that decided to take the other track finally moves out of the way. So it's time to jump in my car and head on back to find a proper space for the train stop with thermal water. But I wanted to see how the turrets were doing with these behemoths of biters, because it's just crazy. So the thermal water is mainly going to be used to make the lithia water, which is going to be needed to make the lithium batteries. So I needed this thermal water closer to the end of the main bus line, where I will be adding pink science. So now it's time to try and figure out a setup to how I'm going to process the thermal water into lithia water. Basically just taking a guess to some kind of ratio. Initially I do have a large amount to deal with, but over time that stockpile will shrink up quickly. I don't think the 3 thermal nodes I have up north would be able to handle such high volume as this. So basically I just need to do a loop. So from one warehouse to the other. So with the hydro plant process, the thermal water gets turned into lithia water and purified water. So when it comes to making the lithium batteries, you actually need purified water, so it works out. So I was trying to play with the color to try and get like an orange color to match the thermal water, but I wasn't able to figure it out. I'm going to have to Google RGB orange. Is it RGB? Red? Or RGY? Red? Yeah, RGB, red, green, blue. So, as this process goes, the lithia water needs to be barreled up. and I will go ahead and barrel up the purified water as well. So that will handle the lithia water, and make a copy and just mirror it over so I don't have to deal with trying to redo the belts again. We'll take care of the purified water. So just in case I need the train to actually spend some time at the train stop so that coal can be re-added as fuel. So I'll set up a condition that this only stay at this train stop until your thermal water is emptied and 5 seconds has passed. There should be enough time for the inserter to add coal so the train doesn't ever run out of fuel. Alright, so while the lithia water is being processed, we can set up the first half of the peak science. We need pump jacks and the electric furnaces. So I'll work out my spacing. The pump jacks need gears and pipe and steel and circuits. Not quite sure about the ratio of how many pump jacks that I need to be made to ensure that the peak sites will have enough resources, but I leave enough room so that I can always expand if necessary. Right off the bat, I already could tell that I need more gears and pipe. So I go ahead and double those up, triple those up. So electric furnaces are pretty simple. I just need steel circuits and stone, or stone blocks, which I already have all three. Steel and the circuits are already on the main bus. Stone bricks are on the other side of the base. So I'm not exactly going to belt the stone bricks over. I'm just going to have the robots send them. I've got plenty of logistic robots that are not doing anything. So the initial load of stone brick they'll send over, the robots can send that initial load over. And to maintain that amount of stone brick in the requester chest should be an easy task for the robots. So I tell the requester chest to send over 2,000 stone brick, and I set it up to use 2 fast inserters to keep that belt fed. So to maintain the ratio of 5 to 6 for red and green belts and 12 for the blue science, oh I'm sorry, red and green science, you needed 12 blue to maintain that ratio of red and green. Since blue takes 12 seconds, pink science takes 15 seconds. So I didn't give it too much thought. I just added 4 more assemblers to the pink science, thinking that that ratio should be good enough. Pink science already is going to be very resource heavy. So I start upgrading the main bus to red belt just at the end point. So there you have it. It's the first half of pink science. So the next step is to take care of the lithium battery and the sodium nitrate. And we'll save that for next time. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow.